Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and today I thought we'd talk a little bit more about Psyche and the impressions that I'm getting from this guy. Just having him for one day, trying him out in Championship, and all the feedback that I've gotten about him from all the other players in my Discord, from players in the comments. He has really made a massive impact on the meta in the game. So let's talk about this guy and why he's making such an impact. So Psyche, one of the things that makes him freaking amazing is his core effects. The fact that he has this 100% chance to decrease the target's attack speed and movement speed by 50% for 3 seconds upon laying an active skill as a critical hit on a 20-second cooldown is pretty sweet. Yeah, it's on a 20-second cooldown, but believe me, it doesn't take Psyche long to kill you. He combos super well, super fast, good range attacks. He's a very easy character to play, plus he has a grab skill. And that grab skill does a lot of hits. The chances of you landing a critical hit are very good, especially when using that skill, because they can't guard against that. If they don't have super armor or hyper armor up, they cannot guard against that. So it's really important when you're playing Psyche to time that grab skill to make sure they don't have super armor or that they don't have hyper armor when you're using it, and it will be massively effective. Then he gets this decreased damage received by 35% if HP is 50% or less. This is really amazing on him because he's a defensive character. He has a lot of defensive stats. He has a decent HP pool because he's a cost 65 character. Plus he gains the super armor for 5 seconds when attacked while bleeding or burn. Now this is pretty niche. It's on an 8-second cooldown against characters that bleed and burn. He still does super well against characters that don't have bleeding and burn. However, there are some counters that don't have these kinds of effects that are actually really good against Psyche. And I'll show that a little bit today. As far as his skills, something else that makes this guy absolutely amazing is, one, he applies Blackout. Well, he's got the attack buff, 45% defense for 7 seconds when using a skill. So actually, if you put the Mr. Big set or the KS set on him, it'd be freaking insane on him. The Kula Vacation set would be great on him. I actually ran with the Noah set because I just like having that extra super armor. Plus, when you do doing a grab skill, the Noah set activates when you're attacking. Has a chance to activate when you're attacking. So I just like having that extra super armor. But really, I think I'm just probably going to slap the Mr. Big set on him. I think it would just make him a lot better. It's going to increase his defenses. It's going to make him a lot tankier. And actually increase his damage. Maybe. The Noah set is a fest set. It has a lot of extra CP. So I'd have to test that. But yeah, we'll see about that. But you always want to try to make sure that you use the first skill first. Because it will deal this blackness, which is kind of like a burn effect, equal to 30% of attack every 1 second, decreasing power by 2%. It's also a blast skill. Something else that's really nice about Psyche is that he has all these low cooldowns. Look at these cooldowns. These are low damn cooldowns. The max skill cooldown, these babies are down to 6 seconds, a little over 6 seconds. It is just insane, which really enables him to combo super well, chain your skills together, throw in some normies once in a while, and this guy has excellent normies on top of that. And what I mean by normies is his basic attacks. Plus, another thing that's really nice about him is he has all different types of skills: blast, strike, and grab. They can't guard against the grab. Characters that disable all strike skills, he still can use his third and first skill. Characters that disable all blast skills, he can still use his second and third skill. I mean, he's just a very versatile character. Plus, on his second skill, he gains the super armor for 3 seconds when using the skill. So even when he's facing characters that don't have that burn bleed effect that will activate his super armor, he still has native super armor in his kit. Plus, he has the PvP exclusive that disables the target's roll for 4 seconds when a successful skill guard included ends. This is freaking nutso because after you use this skill, they can't roll. And if they can't roll, guess what? Guess what? They can guard all day, but that grab will get a hold of them. There's nowhere for them to go. Plus, his skills have lots of range. His first skill has long range. We'll show that in a second, but and then his third skill, and this is that grab skill, decreases the target's power by 0.6% for each skill landed on a darkened target. So you want to make sure that you use your first skill first to apply the blackness or the darkness, whatever you want to call it, So that way you get this. You'll decrease their target's power, their PG gain by 0.6% for each skill landed, and then you'll recover your PG gain as well. And with a 3 PG card, that's insane. The gameplay that you're going to see from me, I don't even have his card. I don't have either one. I don't have the 5 PG or the 3 PG. So it's really insane that he has this, especially with a 3 PG card. He, honestly, guys, so far, it's probably early to predict, but I'd say he's a top tier character. I'd say he's right up there with Genetz, guys. I honestly think he's there. He's just, but we'll see. Give it time. We'll see if people adapt to his game style and gameplay. I don't know, man. He's got a lot of weapons. He can get a hold of you pretty easy. The low cooldowns, good damage. Let's preview his skills real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So it's a shame Championship isn't open because I could show this a little bit better, but his first skill has that nice range. And this is applying that blackness. And you want to make sure to apply it, even if they have their hyper armor, even if they have hyper armor up. Yes, during the time of the immunity, the blackness won't apply, but after that 3 seconds is finished, it will apply. So then you could use your third skill to get in there. And that third skill has some pretty good range. You could be standing, well, let's kill him here, knock him down. You could be standing this far away and it will run over there, translocate right over there and jump into it. The same with the second skill. That sucker, they are just fast animations. So when you use the second skill, if you're standing like say over here and you use that second skill, he'll translocate right to the opponent and boom. And the translocation, you know, you see him like blinking in and out, you see the white light there. It's hard to hit the bastard. It's hard to get a hold of him, which makes him even that much better. Plus his 3 PG card here, this thing has, well, no, I'm sorry, that was his special skill, my bad. His 3 PG, here we are. This skill will hit everybody in the entire screen. Plus it has a hell of a lot of damage. It's a pretty mean freaking skill. I mean, his 5 PG is great as well. If you have this thing's awesome. Very nice. I like it. Does a stomp at the end. Very cool. But Psyche really is a complete character. There are counters, but are there hardcore counters? I don't think so. I think there's good counters, but I don't think there's hardcore counters. You know, characters that you're just going to bring in and melt this guy. I don't know about all that. We'll have to wait and see. From what I've seen so far, I don't think so. But he does have characters. There are characters that can go against him pretty well. Characters like Pretty Big and John Cena come to mind right off the top of my head because they have hyper armor, but on top of the hyper armor, they interrupt their skill on their hyper armor skills. They can pretty much bulldoze Psyche quite a bit and actually negate his grab skill by having that hyper armor. Rugal can actually be decent against him if played properly, and you can make that argument for a lot of characters. Adelheid, because he can remove the hyper armor, maybe even Mature, Swimsuit Mature. We'll see. Although I think Adelheid's, you know, a little bit better than her in my opinion. I just think that, you know, there's characters that can counter him, but it's definitely difficult for them. He's a bad dude. He's insane. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to show you what gameplay I could get out of him. I did play him in Championship, and in the gameplay that you're going to see, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea. All I knew is that I just wanted to apply that blackness from the first skill and make sure I get that third skill in there while the darkness was applied. So that way we could decrease the PG gain and increase our PG gain, especially since I didn't have a card. So let's jump into the PvP action. So it's actually really interesting that the first person that didn't ban Psyche is using Pretty Big, and they also have John Cena and Adelheid on the team. Very funny that they did. So evidently they have a little idea of what I already know as well. So let's see how he does. Okay, we're gonna guard. And the thing about Pretty Big is she doesn't have an ignore guard. You know, unless she has a Rugal set, she can't ignore your guard. We're right over here. And look at how fast he teleports as well. Boom! I mean, it's like Genetz. I mean, he just moves over like crazy. Oh yeah, come on. I mean, she's Pretty Big's very tough to deal with. There's a reason I got her at triple S tier. And John, and Adelheid. But you can see Psyche's damage is good. And I am running with the Noah set on him right now. Freaking stun from her damn core effect. But look at how fast he is. And something I didn't even mention, his second skill and third skill will pick characters up off the ground. So when they're on the ground, you can translocate right to them when using their second and third skill. He'll pick them right up and go into his skills. If you notice on his third skill, he does a little sweep before he does the grab. It happens so fast, it's hard to see it. And the second skill reaches him from the bottom because he does a big spin move that has nice, changes level from low to high really well. Look at that. And his normies are just amazing. I mean, you can just chain this guy's skills together so easily and so well. And like I said, I don't think like pretty big, like these characters are hardcore counters, but they're good counters. They're just tough to deal with for Psyche because again, they can just keep bulldozing. And they have them damn core effects with the stuns. Very tough to deal with. But Psyche's putting in work. Look at him go. He's putting in work. Yeah, we lost, but we took down pretty big and most of John Cena. And this is my first time playing with him. This is the very first match that I had with this guy. So that's pretty impressive if you ask me. I'm going to go ahead and let this fight finish because I know some of you like to see the whole fight. I guess you want to see the outcome of it. So we'll go ahead and finish it. By the way, just a little note. Rugal is absolutely a wonderful counter for John Cena. Man, he is a wonderful counter. Oh. Oh. I got Noah set on Rugal as well. Oh, you're dead, buddy. See ya. Witness my power. God, I love Rugal. And this is always nice, you know, a little see the father versus son match. It's always nice. I gotta tell you all, most of the time whenever I use Rugal against Adelheid, usually I can win. Not always, but a lot of the times. You just have to be real careful with Adelheid's second skill because it can stop Rugal in his tracks when he does the God Press, which is his second skill. And plus, Adelheid can remove the hyper armor from Rugal, so the fight can definitely go either way. But I just seem to have a lot of luck taking Adelheid down with his dad. Oh yeah! Now this is pretty cool. So now we get to fight Psyche's descendant here, which is Ash. Come on. And this, by the way, I only got to fight you, Psyche, twice. So unfortunately, I can only show you 2 PvP matches because I only got to use them twice. Everybody was banning them left and right. But Psyche's got some major advantages over Ash because, one, Ash deals burn damage. So Psyche's core effects are going to come into play. He's going to get that super armor. And Psyche has grab skill. He has super armor. He's just, yeah, man. He's just got a lot more weapons than Ash. Hopefully one day Ash will get a little bit of a buff. I do think he should be a bit stronger. But still, pretty cool. Sorry, buddy. Gotta be done. Now, Geese here, this will be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, guard, guard, guard. There's that super armor from Geese. Got stunned. And Geese got a hell of a lot of power. Look at the damage he just did to Psyche. He pretty much just melted him. Now, did you see the distance that he moved when I used that third skill? The distance that he covered on the screen. Look at that. Look at the distance he covered with that second skill. I mean, it's crazy how fast he is. Whoa. Now we're taking on Rugal. And Rugal actually can be quite the counter. Here we go. It's actually interesting to me that this player picked Rock Howard and Genetz and Psyche all on the same team. Wow. Guess he wanted a challenge. Whoa, watch out, watch out. And his teleportation is just amazing. It's so fast. I mean, look at him. He just melted Rugal like nothing. Sorry, buddy. So, I mean... Psyche's definitely leaving some massive impressions in PvP. He's definitely making an impact on the meta. So Let me know how you're all feeling about Psyche. Let me know what characters you've gotten, what cards you've gotten, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.